And we're back with Target Practice, Lethal Lipz. Our special guest, Prob, is going to be joining us right now.
Yeah.
This is our segment where we talk about celebrities and what's hot for the week. We give our feedback. And we already kind of touched on Extension. I probably didn't say it right, but XXXtentacion. Do you guys feel like, though, he had it coming? Because I know a lot of people were, like, talking about... I mean, let's keep it a buck. I don't know too much about like the drama he was getting into, but I heard he was like kind of leading down the road of like what 6ix9ine has been doing.
I feel like 6ix9ine is way more.
He's at the forefront of trolling.
Yeah, sure. Like he's at the forefront of trolling. That's
why I didn't pay attention to him, but I heard he was just as bad though.
Nah, he wasn't a troll. He was more. I think his issues that he had was behind the scenes more so. He had like issues with like the Trippie Redd dude and Migos. A couple of people, but I don't know. You never really know what else he had going on in his life too. Yeah, so I can't really say that.
I honestly didn't even listen to his music until I don't know. It was just one day I was just like, yo, they always talking about this dude. Let me listen to his album. His album was actually fire. I liked it.
Yeah, he's talented. He was talented.
And then the single that he dropped was it Sad?
Yeah, that's my
one. It was just like, damn, like you really talking about some real stuff. So that's why I say I wouldn't classify him the same as 6ix9ine because 6ix9ine actively promotes that gang life. Like you can't touch me. Like I'm untouchable. You can't kill me. I'm waiting to die. Like you got 24 hours, 48 hours. Like I haven't seen X talk like that. That's the only reason why I wouldn't say that.
Like I'm not gonna front. Like I was surprised. Like I honestly thought he died when they told me. I was like, oh, it probably was an overdose or something. Like that's where my head went. I'm like, oh, it probably was an overdose or.
Did you see the video?
Because what happened a little.
No, I didn't. But I was told that he got.
That's
shot
too much.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't watch stuff like that. I feel like that's all part of like numbing you.
Yeah.
To like what real life.
But sometimes you can't. You just scrolling down, you see it. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's not even on you as a viewer. It's more so as the people that's posting it. Yeah, like they pushing that agenda. Like, all right, we're gonna show you this,
every bit of it.
So that one,
because it was somebody even on. I don't mean to cut you off. It was somebody on Facebook even. I think people were like mourning like the death of him, and
somebody was like
somebody was like, why are you crying? Like they were like, why? No, people were saying like, yo, like why y'all mourning this dude? Like save it for your family. Like save it for his family.
I kind of hate when people say that.
Yeah, people was like, yo, you can't be. You
can be
feel
sympathetic.
Exactly,
yeah, like it had something. You know, you can't.
That's why I say. That's why I feel like what you said was true. That it does like this.
Numb you.
Yeah, it creates a sense of like a bystander effect. Like to when something's really happening now to somebody, we're just like. Okay, it's just another day now. Yeah. But I feel like also with pushing stuff like that, it's just like showing once again, like you see, this is what rappers do. They kill each other. The black people this, the black people that. So it's kind of like, yo, relax. He went over there for a whole charity. Like he was trying to put a charity together, and he got clipped. That shit is not funny, and it's not.
But you never know what the situation was, though. Like
but somebody dying.
It's never. That's what I'm saying. It's never. It's
not like It's not. It wasn't even a shootout. Like that shit was a whole hit. Like.
Sure.
So speaking of hits too, now the next person was her name Tory Brinks and Rich the Kid. They try to say that. Well, first off, they were in some like robbery, a home invasion. Rich the Kid got invaded by like 5 guys. They beat him almost half to death because he was in the hospital. And Tory Brinks also got her eye beaten, and so like she has this black eye. But people kept trying to say like she set him up. They was like, oh, well, she set him up. She's behind it, calling him dumb. She had to clarify that she wasn't the one behind it, and he also clarified it. But people was just not buying it. Just
so what was taken? What was taken? Let's run that down.
I believe because apparently he was actually at her house, to my understanding, and so his chains and his money and stuff like that were taken, and they beat him pretty bad. Like
I'm
I
so
said.
Confused.
And then
Rich the Kid, you don't know about it?
Nah, I know Rich the Kid. I don't know the person. It's Brinks.
His girlfriend.
Brinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're dating now, and she used to date Young M.A.
Okay.
Right, and so
She from New York?
Why does that matter?
I'm
trying to say New York girls still.
I'm not saying that.
We be saying niggas.
I don't think she's from New York. She has an accent.
So. Yeah, I don't think so though.
But they were saying what was really like dumb. It's just like they were saying that she wasn't beat enough.
Yeah,
for her to be a part of it. Like they didn't violate her like they violated him. So that means she set him up. Like why do you?
They try to say it was makeup.
There's a girl though, too.
Yeah.
They try to say it was makeup and all these other things that were like.
Who knows, man?
Like, like it wasn't real, and that they said, oh, you came right when the blood was still wet. Like, it's just like finding reasons to try to say like she's something behind it. Now, if she is or she isn't, I just feel like it's unfortunate because I feel like when stuff like this happen, automatically the female's targeted as shady, and it's like it don't even gotta be that. And like, who would want to take an ass whooping?
Right. Honestly speaking, man, I feel like this people really like focus a lot about, like, we were talking about artists right here, like obviously like the XXX thing was like a big situation that happened because somebody's life was taken, but like shit like this, like niggas get robbed every day, bro. Like, right. But like it's like we in hip hop and in music right now, we're having such like a amazing time, like amazing era, like all the music that just dropped, and nobody's really talking about this shit because all this other shit that's happening, like the Tekashi stuff, and like
that's what I was saying. That's kind of the point I was trying to make.
Like you have like Kanye dropped an amazing album, like Kanye and Cudi dropped the album, Jay-Z and B dropped the album, like.
It's getting overshadowed by
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky album.
Testing, okay?
That's still in my
people don't talk about it enough.
His album was the best out of everything I heard.
That's what I said. I don't know. I said
not lyrically, but like sonically. It was
oh my god. People sleep on him too much. People sleep. All right, guys. Background.
Super
people
Duper
sleep
got
on
a
him
nice
too much.
well.
But yeah, I agree.
Who y'all think? Who tape we out? Let's talk. Let's ask them. Who's the best album that's
they
out
can't
now?
see them,
but they can hear though. No?
Yeah, just one at a time.
This is the mics over here.
Okay, man. Jeez, y'all don't want to be fun and then
I'm crying.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of the A$AP album like that. Like, I feel like it was a little bit too much, and I know he purposely did it high or for whatever drugs he wanted to see how.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like,
I mean, I could have still. I guess.
A lot of people do that though. You don't hear the click in front of Lil Wayne's every song.
My nigga, I think that's just like to set the vibe. Like I think he just does that like.
Well, that is his niche, but I feel like he smacked every time he recorded.
Was smoking weed? Yeah. I mean, at most, Lil Wayne probably smokes weed, but from what I was told by A$AP and them, they was on some like lean and popping perks and like, cause that's the movement now. Like, let's create dope music.
They've been on that though. I don't feel like that necessarily they're following a movement. Like they just
was on LSD
there's some experimental ass niggas. Like he'll tell people in interviews like he likes orgies, he likes this, he likes doing that. Like if you fucking with him, you gotta be more than all. Yes, he went on Hot 97. He said that shit. That's a fact.
Okay.
But I was like what you said. What do we think about it? Like me personally, I think that's a little bit.
The drug epidemic, like, do you guys do drugs? Like, do you guys?
I mean,
like,
weed.
That's not a drug.
Is it not though?
No, it's not. It's a plant.
Oh my god. Why is it?
Just so happen to light it.
A lot of things come from the earth as plants, like the
drugs are chemicals. There's no chemicals in weed.
You don't think they added shit in the weed these days?
Some weed. Bullshit weed.
I don't smoke weed, mama, so it ain't my weed.
Nah, you gotta know who you going to. I don't know. Yeah.
They but I don't.
All them fancy strands and stuff. I'm not into that.
They definitely spraying shit on that weed when they growing.
It depends on what you getting. They got shit that.
Don't go spreading false information.
If something got white in it,
niggas for sure.
If something got white in it, don't smoke it.
Yeah, in the name.
I'm just gonna
because that's lace. That's lace with either angel dust or cocaine.
I learned the hard way.
You heard you putting bug spray in? You had your shit laced before, bro?
Yeah, in college.
That happened to a friend of mine. That's crazy.
But it was coke. It had to be. Like I didn't know.
Were you like
this
in
is in college?
Like,
I felt like I couldn't speak like that. Like I wasn't speaking out loud.
That's wild.
Like I was so high that like I couldn't even talk. Yeah, my mouth was numb. I was trying to drink water. Like I thought I was dying that ass. I was like, take me to the hospital.
Did you do Molly? Have you done Molly?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I tried Molly one time, but it didn't do anything. Like I was too scared to do it. So like I didn't really take a lot. So
you have to be in a good mood, I guess.
Yeah, they said
my friend.
I just know
ecstasy and Molly. Yeah.
I just know I couldn't go. I couldn't fucking like go to sleep like for a little bit. Like I was in my bed like damn. Like,
you weren't like super horny?
Nah.
Cause it's like a party drug. It's like a sex drug.
I think it just keeps you up, like not up like that, but I think it just keeps you awake and going. And
what do you think about the new like drugs in the hip hop?
I think we shouldn't really push that agenda to be because of like the listeners and stuff that are they're very impressionable. Like they're young, so I don't even think young. I think everybody's impressionable.
Yeah. If you keep seeing something, hearing something, at some point or another, you're gonna feel like doing it, and you're not even gonna know why.
I think because the youth, but I think it is the youth because the youth the youth is what like soaks up everything as a sponge, but I think the youth is also what inspires like trends and shit, because everybody wants to be young forever. Like we all following fucking niggas that's like 18 years old, you know, the music in the club. I'm talking about the music, like whatever the industry is, like what trends, how you dress. It all comes from the youth, from youthful people, and they're being, you know, so it's kind of like a cycle, you know.
I agree and I don't agree, because like you just want to say, everything's a cycle. So we're chasing things that were already done. Like people was already dressing like this before they was dressing like this,
doing drugs,
and before the 90s, before the 80s, like all of the music inspiration with like sampling and stuff, even the drugs, all of this is not new.
Only thing that changed the game is social media, period, because now we know about it. Now we can target the who's who. We can target who's on drugs.
You think people are on drugs more or less now? I think they're on
I think
more.
It's the same.
I think it's on
I think
more
it's less.
because I think it's more only because the information.
Could be less.
Because it's not. It's no way it's less. It's no way it's less.
Compared to what?
For one, because I know it was a time where I was trying to sell weed and I didn't realize how many motherfuckers smoke weed until then. Weed is like everybody smokes weed. Weed is a drug. Weed is a drug, bro. First of all, weed is a drug. We're not getting into that. But people that smoke weed.
In your opinion,
a lot of people that smoke weed, only because I say it's a drug because you can get addicted to it. You have people that can't go a day without smoking or can't go without being high all the time.
There's people with addictive personalities in general. Like me, if I eat a cookie right now, I'm gonna need a cookie in like 30 minutes.
I'm addicted to Lipz eggs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, it's not anything. You could be addicted to anything. There's people addicted to Smith and bleach.
And weed alters, like, come on, man, we really doing this? Like, that's what we doing?
Because if it's anything that you want,
it alters your state of mind. Like it makes you feel different. Than it's not. It's a physical thing. It's like
food.
So Tylenol. And like
Tylenol.
No, that's definitely a drug.
Food, but I mean like
food though.
Right. Weed's not a drug. Weed's not a drug.
No, I'm saying no. You think it's a drug? No. You feel like it's a drug, and that's perfectly fine.
I don't think that is bad. I think people do drugs. I'm not shaming anybody. Just because I don't do it. Like
we didn't say it was good or bad. I'm just saying that you said it's a drug, and we don't agree with you. That's all.
I think it's a drug. Yeah. So.
I mean, like I've always been in the middle of it, so I get what you're saying. Like I feel like in some instances, some people
we all know people that smoke. Like it's like nigga, you need to go to rehab or some shit. Like you always smelling like weed.
But that could also come from just them. They're just looking for a way to numb themselves. So anything they'll use would be considered like almost a drug or some type of addiction because they're just looking for ways to numb themselves.
True. But what are drugs for though? Isn't that what drugs for? You get down to the root of it?
I don't know what drugs is for. I don't even like taking pain medicine when I feel.
Have you ever taken Molly before?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that.
You ever taken Molly before? You ever taken with the pills that everybody
takes? No.
I never taken them pills. I'm scared to take. I feel like if I take a pill, I'm gonna die.
I just said I don't even pop pain medicine. So Molly.
I barely pop pussy out here. I'm not popping nothing. Nah.
Some tea and some hot water, I'm good.
But speaking of popping pussy, Nicki Minaj apparently has a problem with people opening their legs. But she says
that's a good.
She's talking about IG models and strippers. She was saying like it's okay to keep your legs closed, and people started to call Nicki Minaj out on it as being a hypocrite because it's like you promote.
Did you see her response though?
Yeah, I did. What do you? All right, so. You touch on her response and like, what do you think about that?
First of all, she said, suck my dick.
Pretty much.
She said, get up my dick. She said, suck my dick. She called him an asshole. She ran down on that nigga and she was like, if you watch the interview, you would see that I was talking about myself, blah, blah, blah. Because what she was trying to get at is that she feels like she is part of the agenda that's pushing promiscuity or whatever. Promiscuity. Promiscuity?
Promiscuity? We know what you're talking about. We got you. Sorry.
Promiscuity. Popping pussy, right? But she feels like the people where people are getting fucked up is like, I'm not telling you I'm having sex with all of these people. I am posing nude and I'm doing whatever case may be, like, and she feels like, but that's still kind of sending the same message.
Yeah, it's still sending the same message.
But so that pretty much was her response. Like, you're making it seem like I'm fucking all these people and I'm telling people not to fuck all these people, and that's being a super hypocrite. I'm walking around here naked and I have very sexual lyrics, but at the end of the day, I'm waiting for somebody to put a ring on it to pop this baby out or whatever case may be. Like, I get it, but then
I feel like she's always been the person to like push the agenda to young girls, like, yo, hold it, focus on school and focus on that. So I like that part about her, but at the end of the day, like, you can't tell someone else how to live their life at the end of the day, especially when you are a part of that agenda. Like, don't tell strippers or whoever they will pop their pussy, let them pop their pussy. Like,
I think her thing is,
I feel like that's just their business. That's not your place, especially when you're in that world. Like, and they probably look to you to pop their pussy. They probably popping their pussy to your songs.
Chung-Li.
Let's keep it a
bug.
Why
you made Chung-Li sound so sexual?
Chung-Li. That's how it sounds. Chung-Li. Chung-Li. How do you say it? Chung-Li. Like Chung-Li. Like,
that's how you know.
Chung-Li. Shut up. I feel like she always, like you were saying, like she always has this message where she likes to talk. She likes to talk to young girls, like her little barbs. So like little girls, she'll literally talk to little girls and say, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that." Yeah. But I feel like the fact that she like started naming like Instagram models and da 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 like you targeting people, and it's just like, whoa,
you doing too much.
Yeah.
She targeting people in a negative light or positive light?
Negative.
She's saying that she basically said that Instagram models and certain people, she found out that if you give them a couple dollars that they will have sex with you. That's what she said. She basically called them prostitutes. And that's OD.
Is that true or not, bro?
That doesn't matter.
She named people out.
No, she didn't name people, but she was saying if you're an Instagram model, she knows that if she gives you a couple thousand, like she's saying, like niggas give them a couple thousand and they dead fuck. That's what she's saying, and that's not the case for all Instagram models. But then that's what offensive.
That's the case with most women. If you keep it a buck. You can give.
You on the right show today.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That's what I do. But I know for a fact. I know for a fact that women like.
Women you deal with.
No, not women I deal with. It's not about women. It's not about me.
So which women?
I'm saying it's about like if you're of a certain person on a certain standard and somebody's into you and it may not be like, okay, I'm gonna give you $1,000 and da da da. Like that's what we gonna do. But it's a lot of guys that go out and pamper women with this and that, and then with the illusion of something that seems like more, and then that's
in your head.
I'm not saying it's
like, what do you mean? Like
that's what you're thinking.
I said that's most women.
But you just
talk about most men.
But because you just said it yourself. Men create the illusion that it's something that is not by pampering women. So why are they wrong? Why is the woman wrong?
I didn't say the woman was wrong.
You try to say
y'all said the woman was wrong.
No, my whole thing is you are talking about. You're not talking about the. You didn't.
Two different things.
You didn't talk about the women just now. Wait.
You didn't. What's getting hot?
So stop talking. You didn't talk about the women just now. You just talk about the men. You said the mentality of the men coming in the situation. They're pampering you. They're spending thousands of dollars.
Can I talk? Okay. One second. Okay. All right. We said Nicki Minaj said something about women receiving $1,000 or whatever, like Instagram models receiving a certain amount of payment and feeling comfortable to have sex, right?
I didn't say feeling comfortable.
Right,
just having sex. Or having sex, whatever. Boom. And I said, that's most women. And then y'all were like, boom, explain. So I was explaining you that a lot of guys will do. I'm not even saying a lot of guys, but I'm pretty sure there's guys that are out there.
So men that wine and dine women, the women sleep with them. So they're equivalent to women that prostitute their pussy.
But that's not. I don't think that's. I don't think. It can be misconstrued because what if the model or whatever that she's talking about is she doesn't know like the entire situation. I'm pretty sure nigga wasn't just like, bitch, here's $1,000, suck my dick. Like, nah.
But that's what Nicki was trying to kind of.
What I'm saying, but you never really know like how you don't know what happens behind.
I agree with that.
You know, like it could be a whole different situation. It could have been
came out of her mouth.
Right. So you're mixing up too.
No, I'm just giving you my perception of it.
My whole thing is you still did not break down like anything. You were talking about men. You were talking about men. So what does that have to do with the women's mentality?
Because I feel like a lot of women.
Because if at the end of the day a guy is allegedly courting me or whatever, you're whining and dying, you're pampering me. I'm thinking that you're courting me. Okay. So in your head, you're doing this because you want my box.
No, not even all that.
Hold on. You're doing this because you want my box. And at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I'm trying to get to know you. I'm accepting all of these things. I'm like, all right, I'm going to chill with him, whatever case may be. If the energy's right and if I feel like it, I will bust it open.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
But do you get what I'm trying to say?
What anybody chooses to do with their body is perfectly fine. I don't give a fuck, first off. let's get that straight. I'm saying that the mentality of some women, it doesn't have to be a courting situation. It could be a night in the club, and I'm buying bottles, and I'm this, that, and the third, and I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that. We go out there. Girls do that. Do they not?
Girls do what?
Girls busted open for less. That's what I'm saying. Your average girl busted open for less.
That's what I was trying to get you to say, because you wasn't saying shit just now. Like, say what you really feel.
I'm not saying every girl busted open for less. I'm just saying, but like, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong.
So what do you think about the situation with Future? Because that's the next person. And Future apparently,
I don't really know too much about the situation. You gonna have to repeat.
So she gonna break it down to set up a situation. He been texting this girl. I don't know what the girl's name is, but she been texting this girl from Instagram or whatever it is. They was supposed to. He told her fly out to, what was it, Vegas, wherever the hell they were. LA. Fly out to LA and I'll reimburse you. That's what Future said. I'll reimburse you when you get here.
What was the deal? What was this?
It was they were just talking. They were just on some what's up, like some chill type of vibes.
All right.
And
This is how I seen it, because I be thinking like a nigga. So
was she leading him on?
It was two. They both was on two different pages.
Yeah.
They've been talking for months.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he kept trying to see her, and in her eyes, just like, we've been talking for a minute. He wants to see me in person because they used to hang out in the studio and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So now he's in LA and she's saying whatever. He's like, pull up. I got you. All you got to do is get your flight. I already have this hotel set up for you. Mm-hmm. Come to the hotel. You get the key and you meet me there or whatever. So she's like, so are we going to the studio? Like, what are we going to be doing? And he's like, no, meet me in the hotel. And she's like, okay, but are we going to be doing something? He's just like, link me in the hotel. So she's like, all right, I'm going to buy my flight. And he's like, all right, I'm going to reimburse you 1,000%. Where she fucked up was she thought that 1,000% was times the air flight. No, girl. He said, this is me telling you genuinely, I will pay you back. It's not, I'm going to give you back 1,000 times. Because her flight was $550.
I think she was dragging that part.
Yeah, so she ends up going, and then he hits her like, make sure you got something nice on or whatever. And she's like, what? No, I didn't pack that. Like, I didn't come here for that. And he's like, okay, so are we linking?
What's up with the WhatsApp?
Yeah, like, are we linking? And she's just like...
Was this text? Via text?
Text.
So the texts were released?
Yes. She released all of them.
Okay, and did he say anything that was wild? Like,
no, he was just like...
He dismissed her when he realized she wasn't fucking.
Was he wrong for doing that?
That's what I want to ask you.
If they was on two different pages, I don't know if he was on, if this is what he thought that was going on and that's not what was going on. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong, but I'm just saying he.
My thing.
If that's not what he wanted her for.
So as a male, where would you get the idea that that's what's going on?
That would never happen to somebody like me. I'm very like, I'm big on communication. So like,
so where you think he fucked up at?
I think he's just like, I'm Future. Like, of course she wants to fuck.
Exactly.
And is he wrong for thinking like that way? I mean, he's Future. So I mean, I don't know his mentality. I don't know what he's been through. I don't know this man. So I can't say he's wrong for that. But I do know that if he was. Did he reimburse him?
No, he didn't.
That was
he had only booked the room for the one night, so that means he had plans on having her.
So when she got back to the hotel, it said denied.
Ouch.
Right. So that's kind of what I was saying earlier, where it's like guys come into the situation thinking one thing.
I mean, I think
and then you have this perception that every girl is gonna be with this shit because you're that nigga, or just because of whatever you did.
This is what I feel like about this. I feel like you can't objectify women in that way, like all the time, like low key, like but at the same time,
then you can't say too because of the money and whatever money you claim you're spending to get that woman's attention. Now you can't flip it and be like, oh well, she's a this and she's a that. Because that's what
I'm
pretty sure he had his wants and particular needs just the same way that she had her wants and particular needs.
She wanted to hang out.
No, right. She probably wanted. I'm not gonna say what she. I don't know neither one of them. I'm pretty sure she wanted to benefit off the fact she's not gonna spend $500 to come see me. She want to see Future because she want to reap the benefits of chilling with Future. She want to get some money. They already
chilled before.
She want to chill.
So she thought that they were dating.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes, They already
chilled. I thought she thought it was business or something.
No.
See, I don't know the situation, so I don't.
She thought that they were dating. They linked a couple times. Okay. They talk on the phone all the time, whatever. She thought that they were dating.
Okay.
But she wasn't trying to pop pussy because that's not the type of time she was.
Okay.
Right. That's not the type of time she was on.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong for not being into what?
The communication should have been there.
That's what I'm saying. I think he should have been. I think he should have been. I think he should have said from the get-go.
A future.
So he was leading her on then.
It's not even that he was leading her on, but he went in with arrogance, and he felt like because he is future, like you said, she was supposed to give it up.
I mean, I just think that's a misfortunate situation. That's just weird. Wow, it's for both of them. Like, I don't know why they both wasted their time like that.
They did both waste their time.
Both wasted their time.
OD.
But that seems like a lot of shit for no reason.
What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you with a girl?
Boy.
Or guy?
Why you playing?
I'm kidding. Okay.
She really playing something right now. Yo, Shikani, can Shikani get back from the bathroom?
Why you need Shikani? This is about you.
You know why?
You a big boy.
We don't have much time left. Ask me a question.
Whoa. You're getting very, very aggressive right now.
What's the craziest thing that happened to you?
Or
the craziest thing a girl ever done?
Shit.
How about what's the craziest DM you've ever received?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't. I've gotten like pictures and stuff, but I don't think I had anything crazy too crazy. Like, I'm a good boy, man.
What's something that just pops up in your head that you're like, damn, that was like,
nah,
not crazy in a bad way, but like, shit, she came up to me really hard.
Nah, girls don't be coming. They don't be fucking with me like that. Yo. I don't think that happens. Don't be talking. I'm serious.
He's such a liar.
He got a whole song, but all right.
About not lick.
You know what?
So nothing crazy has happened to you. You was dealing with somebody, and nothing crazy happened to you.
It's all lies.
You know what?
This nigga Rel's like, I can think about a couple.
We'll have him on next time.
Right, clearly.
Yo, Rel, what's the craziest thing?
We gonna delete all this shit.
What's the craziest thing I've ever?
My interview, bro. You think it's your interview, bro?
I can't remember, my nigga. I really can't remember.
So do you always travel in packs?
We were about to go to the party afterwards. You always see me. Why you acting like you brand new? How do you always see me by myself?
I'm just asking a question. No, they don't know that.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm just asking you a question because
I always travel in packs. You know, I got gang.
You referred to them almost this whole interview, so I'm just asking you a question that people.
I did like a couple of times.
You did it a lot of times.
I'm trying to engage them. You know, she's a rapper. She can't do it.
No.
I can't do that. I can't show my people out.
We invited you.
What do you mean?
On.
So I can't acknowledge anybody else? This is your world right now. You can acknowledge. But that's what I'm asking you. Do you feel more comfortable traveling in packs?
Nah, I think I can go everywhere alone, like you see.
Do you feel like an entourage is necessary?
Just answer.
I just answered it.
Do you feel like an entourage is necessary though?
I don't think so, no.
Well, shout out your team real quick.
I think my people. I like to be around my people. You feel me? But I feel comfortable wherever I go because I'm just a socialite, you know. And I make friends everywhere, you know. That's how I met you, right?
Okay, we talking about more so ASAP Mob type of situation because I feel like that's what Future Legend.
ASAP Mob, okay.
Like a mob type of.
I think it's important to surround yourself with like-minded individuals and positive people that want to do positive things because not everybody else out here has your best interests at heart, you know. A lot of people pretend, you know, too, but you know.
Well, shout out your team, shout out yourself.
Yeah.
Wrapping up now.
All right, coolio. Thank you guys for having me. You guys have been great.
Shout out your team, shout out yourself.
Oh, I thought you were shouting out.
We appreciate you.
I thought you were shouting out.
No, you shout out.
Oh yeah, shout out to Future Legend, shout out to Rocky, shout out to my baby mama Sylvie, Silver Surfer.
Give your ad name.
Was that a sound
You
effect?
forgot about Rao. You forgot about Shikani.
I wasn't done. I heard the sound effect. You heard the boing when I shut you out. It was like boing. Yeah. Shout out to Rel, man. Shout out to Shikani. Shikani has a dope tape out right now. Y'all should listen to it. It's probably like one of the dopest projects out right now. What would you say?
Yeah, ad name.
J-Prob, Jayprob. That's it.
All right. Well, follow us at Lipz.
I was gonna say plug your photography stuff.
Oh yeah.
I said it earlier. FL.visuals.
Where can they link you for that for shoots and stuff?
Yeah, just link me on the gram or on either one of those, honestly.
On J-Pop?
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Well, follow us at Lethal Lipz Podcast. That's lethal_Lipz with a Z _podcast.
Yeah.
Follow me, urban_classic with a Q.
And follow me, King Sylvie, KINGSILBY.
He's so
and
rude.
it's Silver Liner Productions.
I'm rude.
It's Urban Classic. URBAN_CLASSIQ. Later, guys.
What's going on, guys? Yo, so we got one view on this shit.
One viewer right now.
Yeah.